Hi, my name is Dallas Shepard with the Harmonized Brain Centers, and today I'm going to talk to you about what is neurofeedback. Actually, neurofeedback is a lot more common than what you think it is, but let me kind of explain. Back in the early 1960s, some scientists got together and they were doing some EEGs on the brain, basically reading the electrical activity, but then all of a sudden the idea came, what happens, why is that electrical activity some areas that are high and some areas that are low? And there's actually a great book that I would like to reference by Jim Robbins, Symphony in the Brain. It goes through the history of neurofeedback and kind of gives a great explanation of where it came from and where it is today. The basics of neurofeedback is where we read the information from the brain, the electrical activity from the brain, through an EEG. In LENS, low energy neurofeedback, we're actually giving feedback to the brain. Now, what the issue comes in when we find somebody that has a very high area, amplitudes, or if it's alpha and beta waves in certain areas, it actually controls functions. But if we have other parts of the brain that have a lot of delta waves, which are slow waves, sleep waves, that also controls function. And when those are not able to regulate, then we have dysfunction that shows up in people. Sometimes that dysfunction shows up as autism, maybe ADD, ADHD, depression, anxiety. It might even show up as brain fog, lack of focus, or just not able to remember things. The brain fog, because of that electrical activity that's going on that is dysfunctional, causes those issues to arise. So when we start looking at neurofeedback, it is just a methodology and techniques that are able to control and help regulate, self-regulate the brain waves within somebody's brain. And when that happens, when it becomes more regular or self-regulated, then typically people are able to operate more optimally and efficiently. So if you like this information, please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our channel, or look us up on our website at harmonizedbraincenters.com. Now, all neurofeedback is looking at the electrical activity in the brain. But traditional neurofeedback, which started back in the early 1960s, was looking at the different